what's up? Check out this blunt and honest review from the Jock and Nerd Podcast. That's us. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the jock.
He's the nerd.
And he's the rug boy.
What's up, guys?
Jock and Nerd. Okay, fellas, let's get to this week's movie review. We're going to do kind of a retro review. We're going to do a jock movie because this is the Jock and Nerd Podcast. And we just had the Super Bowl. So we're going to be discussing Any Given Sunday from 1999. Here's your spoilers.
Strap yourselves in, you fucks. Spoiler time.
See, Anthony, I give fair share to the jock side of the show every now and then.
Fair share. You use that very loosely.
This was your idea, and it was a good idea to kind of tie in.
Tying into the Super Bowl. Also, 1999, a year where we spent,
banger.
I think, 3 shows with 12 movies.
Yes.
And we didn't do Any Given Sunday. So.
We did it. That was the banger year of movies, and it's good to look at stuff pre-2000 sometimes and reminisce about the good old days. Anyways, this one, released December 22nd, 1999, holiday weekend, opened up against The Talented Mr. Ripley, Man on the Moon, and Galaxy Quest. And I believe it opened at number 1. It is directed by Oliver Stone, produced by Clayton Townsend, Dan Halstead, and Lauren Schuler Donner, from a screenplay by Oliver Stone and John Logan, based on a story written by John Logan and Daniel Pine, with Stone and Richard Donner additionally serving as executive producers, partly based on the 1984 novel Any Given Sunday by NFL defensive end Pat Toomey. Do you know Pat Toomey, Anthony?
I have no idea who that is.
All right, me neither. He wrote this book. On the Rotten Tomatoes, this movie's sitting at a 51% critic score, tomato meter, 73% audience score. Metacritic has it at 52. What's the letterbox on this thing there, Anthony?
3.4.
3.4. Okay.
So it's all right. Not average, a little above average, but not something that people are like saying this is awesome.
Right, but not a dumpster fire. It tracks with the other scores. The movie was made for an estimated $55 million and takes internationally $100 million worldwide, $75 million domestic, which I believe in 99 for a $55 million movie, that's like good. That's, you made your money back. And then
I think
some,
so.
right?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think for 99 would be good. What are some of those other, just mentioning 99, give me the top box office there, 1999.
99, banner year in movies.
Oh
one of the all-time years.
Wish I could go back.
You'll be surprised with this top 10. Top 10. So number 1, maybe not so surprising, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Ah, yes.
Far and away number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, and you'd be shocked if a movie like this would be number 2.
Yeah.
The Sixth Sense was number 2. Almost a $300 million domestic movie.
Wow.
Whoa. Number 3, Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
Number 4, Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me.
When's the last time we had a comedy big into the top anything lately? Jesus.
5, you might know this movie, The Matrix.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
6, Tarzan.
Oh, live action or animated?
Disney one.
The Disney one.
animated,
Okay.
Yeah.
That one's pretty good.
7, Adam Sandler's Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Number 8, The Mummy.
That's the Brendan Fraser one, right?
Yes, correct. Number 9, Runaway Bride.
Oh, rom-com slips in.
And 10, little movie called The Blair Witch Project.
Oh, fuck that movie.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, that's a crazy top 10 there.
But you're already seeing in 99 some of these like franchise type movies like Star Wars, Toy Story, Tarzan, The Mummy.
Yeah.
Like those are all IP movies that are getting in there. But yeah, it's still a mix. 99 is a banner year. Green Mile, American Beauty, Fight Club, Talented Mr. Ripley,
American Pie.
American Pie. The list goes on and on. Eyes Wide Shut. I'm scrolling down and I'm seeing movies that I recognize. I'm down to like 50. 54 is Fight Club. 52 is Cruel Intentions. Like there's just movies all the way down the list.
All different
Iron
kinds.
Giant. Being John Malkovich is 79. Magnolia is 80. Like they're just all banger movies as you go down the list.
Man, 99 was a crazy year. Yeah. When we talked about the movies, there a lot was it about like identity and looking at yourself, but then there's just some comedies and some
There's all sorts of shit.
All sorts of shit. Wide variety. Anyways, this one starring, let's go over this cast. Fucking crazy, eclectic cast. That includes Al Pacino, Cameron Diaz, Dennis Quaid, Jamie Foxx, James Woods, LL Cool J, Anne Margaret, Lauren Holly, Matthew Modine, John C. McGinley, Charlton Heston is in this, Bill Bellamy, Layla Rashawn, Aaron Eckhart, Elizabeth Berkley. You got NFL players in this, Jim Brown, Lawrence Taylor. You got cameos from other football players, including, you see Dick Butkus. I always love seeing Dick Butkus because it's a fun name. Y.A. Tittle, Pat Toomey, who wrote the book, also cameos in the movie. Warren Moon, Johnny Unitas, Ricky Walters, Emmett Smith, Terrell Owens, as well as Coach Barry Schweitzer. Just a crazy all-star cast on display here. Movie's R-rated, very long, 2 hours and 42 minutes. Anthony, what happens in Any Given Sunday?
Oh, man. Any Given Sunday is about a football team in Miami called the Miami Sharks in a competing football league that is in the middle of their season, and they're on a losing streak, and their top quarterback gets hurt, and a new young rookie comes in, and it follows this team with this coach that's on the older side and an owner that's young and is fighting with the coach. There's just a lot of drama around this team.
Yeah.
The best way to describe it is just they're following this team's drama throughout the rest of their season.
Now, did you watch this in 99 when it came out?
I don't remember if I watched it in 99, but I've seen it several times. I haven't seen it in probably at least 20, 25 years. 20 probably years.
Okay.
But I do remember, I remember as a kid seeing it multiple times, maybe in like 99 or the early 2000s.
Ruggs, how many times you watched this?
This is probably my third.
Yeah, this also probably like my second time or third time, and it's been a long time, so it was a fun rewatch. But Anthony, let's start with you overall. I don't know if you could take us back to when you first saw it, what football meant to you, how this movie hit, and how it feels now.
Yeah, I mean, when I first saw it, my idea of a sports movie was, winning, overcoming the odds type thing like that. And I remember even as a teenager seeing this, I went, oh, this is a little bit different. Like the flavor is a little bit different in terms of what they're going after and what they're talking about. But I didn't fully understand it. And at the end of the movie, there is still them overcoming the odds.
Yeah.
So I went, this is just like a different kind of sports movie that's still in line with what I'm used to with what sports movies are. But even then, like I said, I knew there was like a little, it's like when you taste something, you're like, oh, that's a little different taste than what I normally get. Revisiting this movie now, I definitely appreciate it more, especially knowing what I know about football. Like this movie is a lot very before its time about like, the dark side of football.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. It feels very late 90s, early 2000s with the chaos energy that it's filmed with.
Yeah.
Like this movie is the vibe I was getting was very similar to that fucking Denzel movie,
Man on Fire.
Yeah. Like the way that camera's moving around and shit.
Yeah.
And like there's a ton of movies like that in the early. So it feels very of its time. But I love football. I totally understood all the things that they were going for with like the concussions and all the shit there. Yeah. So for me, it was a really entertaining watch. There are definitely some holes with it, with the movie and the way the plot plays out and how it sort of ends. But overall, I mean, you just have a killer cast. You have a lot of people really like almost overacting.
Yeah.
You get male dick, like, you got young Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
There's so much for me to chew on in this movie that, I had a really good time with it. I loved rewatching it. And I'm looking forward to hear what you guys got to say about it.
Nice. Ruggs, what drew you to this movie? Are you a big football fan?
No, I am not a big football.
No, I know, but
I'm the anti-jock. I'm not into sports at all. But I love this fucking movie. It's one of my favorite football movies ever.
Oh, nice.
It's got a lot going for it. And, is it perfect? No. But it is of its time. It has that Oliver Stone, like, let's put 3 movies on at the same time while you're watching this movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they're overlaying everything, cutting to different things. But sometimes it adds to it. Like, there are times where it takes away and I don't like it and I feel like it's annoying. But then there's times where all of a sudden he'll pop something into frame and cut away into something and it'll make me think of something and all of a sudden it whatever is happening becomes even more meaningful. And there's times where it's just annoying, but it's a work of art in editing just alone.
Oh my God. Yeah.
The sound design's incredible. Like you really hear like all these different sound effects and the music, the way it works in and out of things. It's great. The dialogue is it's all over the place, but like when it hits really good.
Yeah.
There's these allegories to gladiators and people who die for the sport and like all that stuff. It becomes like it feels like you're in a war.
Yep.
And that's it. I never used to think of football as a war until I watched this movie. Like you're literally sacrificing your body, putting a lot of stuff on the line, knowing you're going to get hurt for this sport. And I always I was like, it's fucking football. What's the big deal? Everybody plays football. But I mean, when you look at it in this context where you have a guy that's blown his back out, getting tackled, and then another guy's one concussion away from fucking being brain dead.
Yeah.
And, the stakes are high, and it's like anything can happen. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. You can win, you can lose.
Yeah. And
there is that kind of, and we just experienced it with the Super Bowl. Like literally the day before I watched this, I watched the movie today. So I watched the Super Bowl yesterday, and then I watched this, and I was like, oh, this is way more entertaining.
It's way more exciting than that fucking Super Bowl game. That's for sure. But it's a movie.
Right.
But there are football games that are that dynamic and exciting, and it definitely pulls on that. Yeah, what drew me to this originally was not football, of course, but Oliver Stone. I think I was trying to catch up on Oliver Stone movies, and I really liked his aesthetic. He's coming off of Natural Born Killers and Nixon and U-Turn, and Nixon and U-Turn did not do well at the box office. So this was going to be his big box office thing. But yeah, watching it again, I didn't realize, it struck me how it's essentially like Platoon meets Saving Private Ryan meets football and MTV style editing. Like it's very much a product of his time, but to treat the football as a battle with the traumatic flashbacks and stuff, I thought was great. And his style is so crazy. Just thinking how they shot all this, although I don't think anybody shot football like this before. And the early discussions of concussions and, the corporate, the team owners treating their players just like property and all that stuff. I don't think anybody talked about. But the whip pans and the close-ups makes the movie really intense. The fucking crunching, bone-crunching sound effects, like it's hard hitting. The hits, when they hit, you feel it. And there's some great dramatic scenes. Al Pacino, of course, doing much of the heavy lifting. I feel like when she's in a scene with Cameron Diaz, like it's clear she's trying to keep up with him a little bit. Not even close. Not even close. Like she's overacting a little bit, but his inspiring speech at the end, it's great, and all his lines. And I love how you see these multiple perspectives from a young quarterback trying to get in to an aging coach trying to figure out his legacy, and he threw his whole life away for this, from the owners and what everything means, every little decision happening all the time. Criticisms would be, I think it's too long. I think it could have easily been like a 2-hour movie. Could have tightened it up.
Could have, but I still enjoyed it even at this length.
Yeah,
I agree. I think the length was fine.
And initially, I thought there'd be more like about the strategic plays and the football itself, but the movie's not about that.
It's about leadership.
It's about the culture of football and leadership and everyone associated and involved. So
it's a movie built on, I mean, the main plot is this team, right? And them trying to achieve victories. But the movie's really built on like 17 subplots. I'm exaggerating.
No, you're right. Yeah.
There's like a million different things going on around this team.
Yeah.
And that's what the movie is really built on, is like all these little things, like the owner, this young owner that wants to move, this old coach, the QBs, the different like one old quarterback with a bad back, like the subplots with the doctors. Like the movie is definitely ahead of its time with the concussion stuff, because the concussion stuff, they didn't start really even addressing that in the NFL until like the 2010s.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this movie is ahead of its time in that sense. I love Al Pacino in this movie. I like Jamie Foxx. I like a lot of the cameo, like the football players being in the movie makes it a little more real.
Yeah.
I like looking at Cameron Diaz, maybe not her acting.
Yeah. This is peak Diaz here.
She's great to look at.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's so many things going on in the movie. It has a real chaos energy.
Yeah.
But in a good way. And even like you mentioned, like some of the football scenes for its time are pretty good. I mean, some of those hits that they film, I'm like, whoa, those guys are getting.
I think they were really fucking hitting each other.
Yeah.
This is what it looked like.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a ton of different subplots to discuss if you wanted to get into that. But I think the only criticism initially I had was actually the movie is so kind of like cynical and nihilistic.
Yeah.
That the way it ends, not the press conference, but the way it ends with them winning.
Yeah.
I almost feel like that was almost inappropriate for the way the movie was going. Like
they shouldn't have won.
Ties up in a way that's like, oh, like they had this speech and everyone realizes they're on the same team. But the movie had such nihilism throughout that I felt like there was there could have been a bigger swing there to end it in a way that like made you think more about shit.
Yeah.
And like maybe more on a negative or down note. But that was one of the initial criticisms I had. But overall, I mean, as far as like the length, the whole movie, I was just like thoroughly entertained because it just keeps you on your toes throughout the entire movie. And the way the subplots intertwine and things like that.
Yeah.
Like, I was thoroughly entertained. I'm more entertained even now than when I was when I first saw it.
One of the other most impressive things for me, even when I saw it originally, is the production design and the fact that the NFL refused to let Oliver Stone use any of their team logos. They didn't want to touch him with a 10-foot pole. So this production team designs logos, uniforms, the way they shot the scenes that look like they were in a full arena and actual.
Well, that's the Orange Bowl in Miami.
The shot during in that stadium, even the practices and the games all felt like I was just thinking about staging this, like all the little things, the reporters up in the skybox, on the sidelines, all the photographers, the fans, the cheerleaders dancing, then the party scenes. Like this editor, you definitely should have got a nomination because I feel like they just shot, I believe the first cut was 5.5 hours.
It's like you're watching like 5 movies in the span of one movie.
It's almost documentary-like, and they're just letting him do this shit. And how
cramming all the stuff in there.
How he assembled this puzzle is very impressive because you feel like these were shot like similar to F1, like these were shot at actual fucking football games.
The Ruggs used this term one time to describe I forgot the movie, but the one Mel Gibson directed in the middle of the jungle back in the day. Apocalypto. Verisimilitude.
Yes.
And I feel like this movie has a lot of that because the movie just gives you the vibe of like what it would be like to be rich and young and a big football player in fucking Miami.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I've been to Miami a couple times. Yeah. Obviously not in the 90s, but I'd imagine that's what it was like. Like that it feels very like to be famous and young and on a lot of drugs in Miami would feel like that. Like that's the way that movie feels. Like, oh my gosh, Miami, being in Miami at that time must have been crazy.
Dude, those party scenes, I read about how they just essentially threw a party and the guys could just act all afoul like their characters. And they were like, that was the craziest fucking party. They were essentially just filmed a party. And there was fucking titties everywhere. It was wild. But the amount of cutaway shots and like all the extras is so impressive because
there's a lot of people there.
There's a lot of people in all of these shots. How realistic? The beginning of the movie is great. It sets it up very quickly. The first string quarterback gets down. Second string quarterback goes down. They got to put in Willie Beeman, who throws up before his first play. And that's great because it becomes a tradition. But how realistic is that, Anthony? Both fucking...
the third string quarterback is going to... I mean, we've seen stories of backup quarterbacks. Like, I mean, Tom Brady was a backup quarterback. Was one of the last round picks. So, like, it's not implausible. But it's unlikely, right, that a third string quarterback is going to lead a team like that. But, you know, I think part of that the movie tackles is one of the subplots is that this guy comes in, third string guy, was overlooked because he had a bad reputation, becomes the quarterback, and all of a sudden like has this big head. And that's something that seems very real. It's like if you were a nobody and then in the blink of an eye, you're a somebody in Miami.
Yeah.
Like that's the part of the movie, like amongst many other subplots.
Yeah.
That I get latched onto and I go, okay, that feels real.
Because I mean, he's got a girlfriend and he's out there with women and she's fucking calls him out on it. And, you know, even Rooney's wife, you know, dealing with the wives and girlfriends and how they take their situation, I thought was very interesting.
Well, the line where they're like, if you don't have a ring or something like that, like that, if you're not referred to in the newspaper as his girl, you're nothing.
Right. Yeah.
The wives immediately just shut her out.
Yeah. They don't even talk to her because she's not married, not real. Right. But Willie Beeman, great character, breakout role for Jamie Foxx. I think people started to see him as a real actor.
Was that his breakout role?
I mean, after this, he gets Ray. And I feel like people start to see him.
Yeah, it's his first big deal role. A big deal film.
I didn't look up.
What were your guys's? I mean, this is a movie, like Rugg said, it's 3 or 4 different movies. What was the subplot that you enjoyed the most?
I don't know. I really like the whole idea of he's got to get the team on his side, and he's not going to do that by being a douche.
Yeah.
Like he has to not humble himself, but he has to realize that he's fighting with LL Cool J the whole time. And LL Cool J's actually got his own fucking thing going on.
Yep.
All of these guys got these bonuses that kick in when they do certain things or sponsorships or whatever they got. So they need to get the ball too. And they need to get certain yardage or whatever. So when Willie Beeman is not kind of taking them into account, they start to resent him. And at a certain point in the movie where the team's they're just letting him get pummeled because
they turn on him. They don't respond to him.
And he sees that he can't do it without them. It's a team sport. He thinks it's all him. He gets his big head. So I think that was my favorite part. Like he gets his comeuppance. I also like Al Pacino going toe to toe with Cameron Diaz. Yeah. And, she goes up to him at the party and she's like, blah, 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 blah. He's like, about winning the Super Bowl. He's like, talking about the ring. And he's like, yeah, try winning one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to me after you win one.
Well, and the fact that, her father he was good friends with her father, who used to be the owner. And that shit happens all the time, right? When the elder owner passes away.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You don't know what's going to happen.
I really enjoyed that subplot too, Ruggs, the dynamic between the young owner and her trying to make her mark.
Yeah.
And I think that they mentioned that she went to either Cornell or something. Like she's this Ivy League grad and inherits her team and she wants to make a stamp on it. And then there's the dynamic with her and Al Pacino's character, Tony, the young owner versus the old way versus the new way. But then also there's the subplot where she's fighting with Miami to get more funding for the stadium, and she's threatening to move them to LA.
Oh, right.
I just thought the politics of that owner situation amongst all. I mean, I liked every subplot, to be honest.
Yeah,
but I thought that one for me was every time Cameron, maybe because I think Cameron Diaz was really hot back then. Anytime she was on screen with Al Pacino, I was enjoying it. What about you, Ron?
I mean, the Willie Beeman thing was great. Where else the coach does this guy know any of the plays? He doesn't know. He's making shit up. He's changing shit in the huddle. But then, the comeuppance is great when he realizes he's got to be a team player. With you guys, I liked all the subplots. Al Pacino's older coach is great. The doctor I thought also was interesting, making James Woods, making the guy play hurt. Sitting out Rooney, the quarterback, but putting in Shark.
He's just a stooge, so he's just doing whatever
they tell him.
He's doing whatever he thinks going to make the team win or make the money. He doesn't give a shit about their health,
right? And even Shark is like, give me one of them cortisone shots, I'll be fine. The players, what they risk their body to get things done. But the Al Pacino picking up Elizabeth Berkley, I thought was
would you pay for $1,000 for an hour?
So here's the question. Yes, Elizabeth Berkley, $1,000 for an hour or $5,000 for the night. And I'm going to say that's a fucking steal. I would take that shit all day. I'd do the 1,000. I'd even do the 1,000.
I mean, if you got the money,
5K for Liz Berkeley in her prime, kind of.
If you're a rich Al Pacino.
No, she's 4 years past Showgirl. Fuck, that's a deal.
Well, it is fun. Like, we're talking about it in a funny way, but like the life of an NFL coach can be quite lonely, because these guys in season are they're working 7 days a week. They're working 14, 15 hours. I'd imagine a lot of these guys are sacrificing time with their family or even like driving their family away. And it's clear to me in this movie that they're basically saying that like his life has been devoted so much to football that it ruined his personal life. And he's actually like a really lonely guy outside of the job, which is common. You don't see that. Like, there's probably not brought up a lot back then, but like that's very well known now, is that these guys are like basically sacrificing all their life for this.
Yeah, you got to be like Belichick, and you're like late, whatever.
Yeah, that's when he finally has time for the young girls, because he's finally
he blew his whole life. What about John C. McGinley's sports reporter?
That guy was kind of annoying. But he is annoying. He has an annoying face.
Yeah.
And every time I see that guy, all I think about is, what is it you do here?
From Office Space. He is great. But there were I think he was based off some other sports reporter, and we've only seen that kind of get worse. There's like more dudes like him now.
Well, there's more because more people have microphones and can just do a podcast. But yeah, there was that. I mean, there's the coach in waiting. There's the injuries.
Oh, yeah. Aaron Eckhart was trying to be the next coach.
What about the team members? You got the guy with the face paint.
Yeah.
You got the fucking
he's out of his mind.
You got the white dudes who are listening to Metallica, and everybody gets mad.
Yeah, you gotta love just Cameron Diaz showing up in the locker room, and they just cut to like a million.
Oh my God,
dicks.
she's just walking around and everyone's got their dick out. She's like, "Hey, boys!" I was like, "The fuck." The fuck's going on here?
I wish it would have it leaned more into the fact that Jamie Foxx was trying to like get her after her, because she's all
Cameron Diaz is supposed to have like a fiance or something. Remember, there's a guy with lawyers. Like, are we hanging out tonight?
Didn't they allude to him and Beeman and her kind of having a thing?
No, she just says, I can't date the players.
Right. He was,
but they never went back to that guy that like at the beginning of the first scene with Cameron Diaz. They kind of like lost the plot on him. He never returned. You never see him again.
Oliver Stone forgot that he even put that in there. He had too many things going on.
I also read that LL Cool J and Jamie Foxx got into a real fight because they were improvising, and LL smacked Jamie Foxx in the face. And Jamie is like, "Look, if you can do that, let me know you're going to do that." And then they do it again, and he smacks him again, and then a fucking fist fight breaks out. So I thought that was fun. They did not get along.
I love the fun facts where Imran just throws those in.
What about Bill Bellamy?
Bill Bellamy was
MTV.
He was in there for a hot second. Yeah, very MTV style feel too.
No, he was on MTV.
He was on MTV, right? But the movie also is very like MTV culture, MTV time.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. It's TRL.
Yeah.
It's filmed like TRL.
I mean, part of it looks like straight up music videos.
I do have some funny things that I noticed in the movie as a football fan.
Okay.
There's one point in the movie. First off, no team in Miami playing outdoors is ever going to wear all black.
Oh, they would get too hot.
It'd be way too fucking. There's you would be out of your mind to have a team in Miami wearing all black. So there's that.
Bad color decision.
During the game in LA, they cut to the scoreboard a few times and the score's wrong.
Nice.
That second to last play where LL Cool J goes out of bounds, and it's like a big moment because he's not actually being selfish.
Yeah.
He goes out of bounds.
Right.
They probably ran about 30, 40 yards. There's no way that play took only 5 seconds. No way.
I like
there was
this.
9 seconds on the clock. It took 5 seconds.
No, I love this. I love that you're breaking down the football. This is great.
There's a lot of like little random things in the football game where you're like, where if you're following what's going on, it's completely off base.
Apparently they had a school full of people they used as the crowd and like moved them around, but it feels like the place is there's a lot more people. They did a really good job.
I got a question for you guys, more big picture, because I haven't seen a ton of Oliver Stone.
Yes.
Are you guys Oliver Stone guys? You like his movies?
Yeah.
What movies do you like?
I feel like he's brought a couple of interesting.
Let me just listen to this run he has. Okay. Starting in 1986, Platoon, 1987, Wall Street. 1988, Talk Radio. 1989, Born on the 4th of July. 1991, The Doors. Also 91, JFK. Heaven and Earth in 93. Natural Born Killers in 1994. And then he does Nixon in 95. U-Turn in 97. I've seen most of those. And for me...
Well, there's more. I mean, he does Alexander, World Trade Center,
right.
W.
Yes, I just went up to
a lot of political movies.
Any given Sunday. Yeah, and then
he does. He likes to do those.
I mean, JFK can be called like a conspiracy theorist movie, essentially. World Trade Center. And what has he done recently? Anything?
The last movie he did was
Lula.
Snowden in 2016.
No, I see something called Lula in 2024.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is. But
Lula is a documentary.
I think his prime was this late 80s to early 90s run. I fucking love Natural Born Killers. I think it's fantastic. JFK is great. The Doors is amazing. Born on the 4th of July.
What about you?
It's really good. Platoon's great.
I'm going to say Wall Street.
Wall Street's great.
Natural Born Killers. Platoon. And this movie are probably his best, and then followed by The Doors, JFK, and Alexander. I got
a fun fact because Imran didn't list it.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if you guys know this. You Bruggs, you might perk up here. He wrote Conan the Barbarian.
Oh yeah,
and he wrote Scarface.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's kind of worked with Pacino before.
Do you guys like his style?
Well, his style changes from movie to movie.
It does.
But this is like his most MTV frenetic movie that he has. Like Wall Street's not like that, and Natural Born Killers is a little bit like that.
Natural Born Killers is a lot like that. Yes.
Yeah.
And JFK is similar with kind of the tension and the whip hands. So like this
Platoon feels like his best, or like the one that got the most cinephile buzz.
And it was a huge topic,
Yeah.
Was the magic bullet and the theories and everything. Val Kilmer kills it as The Doors.
Is not about the magic bullet. What are you talking about?
No, you're saying Platoon. I thought you were talking about JFK.
No. Platoon was, I think it won Best Picture that year.
Yeah. JFK also got a lot of nominations. Like that was a huge movie.
I mean, Platoon's a good movie too. My God, Tom Cruise in Born on the 4th of July. He worked with Cruise, so he got him on there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nixon was actually pretty good. Anthony Hopkins as Richard Nixon is really fucking good. I kind of like that movie. And then I remember I watched U-Turn. It's very forgettable. But
it's not his best movie.
W I haven't seen.
That's Brolin as George W.
As George. Yeah, so he's the Nixon, JFK, and fucking W. It's very interesting. But this movie, I think it's. I think
it seems more of an outlier compared to what he usually does.
Yeah. I don't think it's one of his best movies, but it is one of his better movies.
I like this movie a lot for him. I mean, he does more like, political, historical movies. This is more of a fantasy, but it's more got some reality into it, but
it's more accessible. It's more mainstream topic.
It is in line with what he does in terms of uncovering the dark side of things.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
A lot of his movies, Born on the 4th of July, Platoon,
Yep.
All those political movies. In this, you can throw those all in the same basket as far as he likes to explore the not so fun side of what we're talking about, or the conspiracy side or something like that.
And he's adding in his war movie experience, kind of turning it into a war type movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen a ton of Oliver Stone, so I know you guys are more refined with your taste. So I was curious.
If you've never seen Natural Born Killers, I highly recommend that you just watch that movie. It is batshit crazy. It's so great. But no, there are some classic Oliver Stone movies you must watch if you are into movies.
Where is he at on the
man?
Because we were talking about older guys. He's
how old is he now?
He's 79. So of that generation, is he tier 1, tier 2? Where would you guys personally rank him?
Same age. As Spielberg.
He doesn't make my favorite kind of movie, which is an action movie or a big budget blockbuster. His movies are more about story and characters and history. So but if you're putting it in that context, who does the best historically based movies? I think that he's one of the best ones out there.
He's up there as
In
legendary.
this genre.
Yeah.
Like how many
legendary
people,
directors.
like he went into like Vietnam like no one else did. You know, it's like him and Apocalypse Now. These are the two movies, right? That you watch. Full Metal Jacket, maybe, but like, is that Vietnam? I don't even know what that is.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, those are the movies. Those like the top 3 Vietnam movies or whatever. He's in there. So
I think it's super influential, and definitely he's up there.
He's made a lot of president movies. He made
a lot of president movies.
I would say, not having seen his movies, but just following, I'd say he's probably like a tier 2. Like, I don't think he's up at top tier.
Yeah. High tier 2. Yes.
Well, like tier 1 would be like your Scorsese, your Spielberg.
Yeah.
Francis Ford Coppola before he went nuts. And then like, I feel like, what's his name? Oliver Stone's like at that tier 2 with like maybe sitting around with like Ridley Scott, like kind of in that basket.
Yeah, I mean, I could almost see him squeezing into tier 1, but I think high tier 2 is probably accurate.
It's not a bad place to be.
No,
I mean, this movie influenced like Friday Night Lights and a bunch of other football movies. So he's clearly influential, and he's talking about things people didn't talk about then, but they talk about now.
Yeah.
A lot. Here's some fun alternate castings for the movie. Imagine this. He originally wanted Robert De Niro instead of Al Pacino.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
As if they're not like they wouldn't have
same
gotten a
person.
very similar performance.
It would have been the same thing. De Niro, too expensive. So,
Al was a discount.
Al was a discount, apparently.
Really?
Yeah. De Niro was too expensive, so they didn't go with him. They wanted George Clooney for the Dennis Quaid role of Cap quarterback Rooney. Clooney turned it down because he wanted it to be more about him, I think. They wanted Will Smith for the Willie Beeman role originally. Will Smith was not interested. I think he made some other shitty movie. Here's the craziest thing. They wanted fucking P. Diddy for Beeman. Sean Combs was considered even so they threw like a whole NFL combine and auditioned everyone like they would audition football players. Sean Combs comes down with his whole entourage. He's very disruptive. They saw him throw, and what did this guy, Andrew Berniarski, who was there, goes, Puff Daddy threw like a girl. So they put him on a plane. Essentially, the reason, can you imagine? Puff Daddy almost would have been, Jamie Foxx's career would have went a different direction. You would have had to delete this fucking movie fucking 30 years later, 20 years later, whatever. But I'm so glad they didn't choose P. Diddy. I don't think he can act.
No, Jamie Foxx, I think, was a good choice.
Jamie Foxx actually is really good in this movie. Like, I felt for one of his first movie roles, like he did a really good job. But every scene Pacino has with someone where they're just exchanging lines, the drama of it is fantastic, and it's so good. Al Pacino is so good in this.
So what do you think about the idea that Oliver Stone is really his movies are just coke fests when they're making them? They're always like just doing amazing amounts of blow when they're doing these. movies.
You kind of see it in the kinetic energy. How else do you get the fucking camera?
My answer would be, not surprised. They got a shit ton.
Like every time I read like the history of an Oliver Stone film, is like everybody was like Alexander, the movie Alexander. Like they're talking about how much drugs Colin Farrell was on through the whole.
Well, and then I read a bunch of things, and Oliver Stone is known for just being a chaos energy on set all the time, and somehow the movie gets put together, and they're just
you definitely feel it. You feel it during his movies, that energy, or at least for this one.
Yeah.
Well, it's better than having no energy, I guess.
It feels like your head is spinning in circles.
Oh yeah,
this movie.
Yeah. It's just cut, smash, cut, whip, pan, close up.
I enjoyed it. I
love it. I didn't watch it all in one sitting. And normally when I do that, I can't get back into the movie as quickly. Yeah. But I split it in half, and I watched part of it Saturday, one part of it Sunday. That's and right good. When I turned it on Sunday, I was right back in. I was like, I'm in. I was like, I just snorted this. I'm back in this. I'm ready to go for another hour.
The inches are all around us. I mean, that's got to be like the best fucking sports fucking speech.
Nah, that's not the best. No, it's a good one, but it's. I mean,
this is where we live.
People still quote that. People still quote the like you got to fight for every inch type thing. But I wouldn't say it's the best speech. Rocky's had some good speeches.
Rocky has a good speech.
Yeah. Rocky, there's a lot of the Rocky speeches to
when he yells at his son in Rocky Balboa.
that was
when his son is like embarrassed of him, and
that's a good speech. I like in Rocky 4 when he talks about how for Drago to win, he's going to have to kill him, and if Drago's going to kill him, then he's going to have to be willing to die by himself in there, and that I don't know if he's ready to do that. And Adrian's like, you can't win. the speech in Godzilla -1 before they go out and fight. Godzilla
that's great
also
too.
fantastic.
Oh yeah, that's great.
That's not sports. I know. I'm just throwing things out there.
Was the fight? It's a game of inches or fight for every inch. Was that already in like football vernacular before this? Or was that
football.
Like a thing?
One of the things about football is that it's a game of inches.
Right.
So yeah, that was in vernacular.
He just picked up on that, but the Any Given Sunday, I guess, is a line.
I was just waiting for Al to be like, "Hey, my little friend,
here comes the pain." No, he didn't do any of that. I mean,
I'm reloading.
He could have used another iconic line here or there, maybe.
How long has it been since you watched Carlito's Way?
Carlito's Way. I've only seen that like one time. I will watch that. It is very good.
I'm Benny Blanco from the Bronx.
Anthony, if you made this movie today, does anything change really?
No, you could keep a lot of that stuff.
Right?
I mean, a lot of it. The injury stuff isn't as prevalent now.
What about the penis?
There's still a lot of penis. There's a lot of penis. You could probably do like a.
If James Gunn is involved.
If James Gunn is involved. James, I don't know what that looks like. That'd be weirder than Fincher doing a Quentin.
No, in Peacemaker, there was a lot of penis.
Oh, that's right. True, yeah.
It's like that scene.
The penis wasn't as
I mean,
prevalent though.
Nobody was doing the fucking windmill, so yeah. It was just
the windmill. Complete side tangent, but seeing what was that movie, Bruno, in the movie theater?
Oh yes,
being in the second or third row for that showing, and the windmill of the penis.
His dick is out the whole time.
Unforgettable moment.
That's a great dick moment in the movie. Again, Mr. Dick. Someone's got to make this website. I need timestamps every time there's a dick in a movie. And what happens? So essentially, football hasn't changed. It's largely the same kind of
similar. I mean, it's not as there's some dark shit in the football still. Yeah, you could definitely pull this off and put a modern spin on it, and a lot of the stuff probably would be very similar.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you could add more like gambling shit into it now and stuff.
Yeah, and I mean the stakes of football, if anything, like the stakes of football have just gotten bigger and bigger. So
part of it, though, like you guys mentioned earlier, is a little overly serious. Like I did chuckle when Dennis Quaid's in the bed, the hospital bed, and he's like, "Come on, man, I'm a football player. I gotta get the." I'm like, really? Come on, a little bit. Some of it's a little melodramatic.
Well, the scene where he's arguing with his wife.
Yeah,
she slaps him.
Yeah, she slaps him and she's telling him she has to play football. To me, that seemed a little unrealistic. A lot of football people want their husbands and people to get out of the sport if they're not banged up.
Yeah, he's not like, bitch, did you just smack me? What the fuck? Who's paying the bills around here?
She's hot too. That actress.
Who was that?
That's Lauren Holly. She's from Dumb and Dumber.
That's the Lauren Holly. Yes.
Oh, yeah. So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah. Samsonite. That's what it was. Okay. Anyways, let's give me a number, and then you can rank it amongst Oliver Stone movies you've seen or where you think. Anthony.
Well, it's number one for me because I literally haven't seen any other Oliver Stone.
Oh my God,
movies.
You got to catch up, Anthony Roman Polanski.
I know. I'm going to give this a strong 8 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, I do have a problem with the ending. I think it ends. It kind of wraps up in a way, like in a tidy bow.
Oh wait, yeah. Go through that. What happens in the end? It's the championship game that going to the Super Bowl, right?
They're in though. I don't think it's a championship game. I think they're just in the playoffs. They win that game, And then it cuts to later on when the season's already over, and I think they lost in the championship game to go to the playoffs.
The Pantheon Cup, they lost, right?
I think they lost to the game before that. We might have to double check that.
Okay.
But anyways, the whole movie, she's been trying to push him out.
Right.
So then they held this press conference where they're like saying graciously goodbye and thank you for everything. And then he gives a speech and basically says, by the way, I'm coaching a new expansion team and I'm taking Willie Beeman with me.
Oh, I'm not done.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What's an expansion team?
So that's the team in this is like the Albuquerque something. I forget what it's called.
Aztecs.
And it's basically an expansion team is when there's like 30 teams, let's say in the NFL or this league, and they decide they want another team. So it's like the 31st team. So it's a brand new team.
Yeah.
And he decides he's going to coach that brand new team.
I'm not done yet. Yeah, so he's going over there and he's taking Willie Beeman and everyone is shocked and he was supposed to announce his retirement.
Right. So
how often does that happen? Does it happen often?
What, that an expansion team or the scenario that just happened there?
A brand new team, yeah.
And grabbing Willie Beeman.
Well, I mean, that whole part is like very out there, but the last time there was an expansion team in the NFL was like, I think the year 2000 or 2003.
So it's not that common. Okay.
I feel like hockey and baseball do it more often.
Hockey's the league that's had the latest expansion teams, but no, it's not very often that they do that now.
Okay.
Especially in football.
Just wondering about the reality of that.
At that time there were when they filmed that movie, there had been at least like 3 expansion teams. So it was very prevalent back then. It was a thing. Okay. Yeah. The Carolina Panthers, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then the Cleveland Browns all like came to be during that time frame. 8 out of 10. I thought the ending would like tidied up a little bit. I wanted more of a nihilistic ending. Maybe that's just because I've become Rug Boy and I'm a curmudgeon and I hate everybody and I want things to be bad. Not just kidding, Rugs. Yeah, I like the movie though. I thought it was like it's like a shot of fucking cocaine, man. It's a
shot of adrenaline.
You're on the ride, and to me, the 2.5 hours flew by.
The ending also not a very un-Oliver Stone like, right? Most of his things, I feel like
them winning the game for me just was like I don't know if that felt like the way it should end, but
the lesson should have been you lose the game because I don't know.
It's just they're so dysfunctional that they can't.
Like they healed in the half of a football game. The team was healed and they won. Is that what happened? Right. That's what happened. Great. Rugs, give me a number. Where would you put this?
I like this movie. I don't like football, but I like this movie. It makes me want to watch football, but then it's not like this movie, so then I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
But it's an 8 for me. It's not a perfect film, but it could be with a little tweaking. It could be a perfect film. I enjoyed every second while I watched it. And, I can't really say that often when I watch it.
And in the Oliver Stone rankings, where would you put this?
I don't know. I would put it towards the top. It's one of the, I like it because it's got a lot of kinetic energy.
Yeah.
It just, you can immediately get into it. It's not about presidents and stuff. Like I find that boring. So for me, I think it's one of his better movies.
And he's still, saying things. He still has a message. Talking about like the how they shot the football, like the shots of the long bombs where it's slow motion, the ball's in the air. I do love all that stuff. And occasionally I found myself, I catch on HBO. What's that football show on HBO where they film the game all dramatic? What is it? Hard Knocks?
Hard Knocks or Inside the NFL?
Inside the NFL. One of those. Occasionally, I will catch those on the air, and I stop because of how they film the football, making it so dramatic and cinematic. And whenever you do that with a sport and you do it well, it's just fucking thrilling, and it always sucks me in. So occasionally, like real football can look like that, but of course, this is all. I would give it. I did like this movie. I'm gonna go 7.5. I don't think it's Oliver's best film. Like my favorites are Natural Born Killers and Platoon, but it's definitely top. I think for me, top 5 probably Oliver Stone film. And yeah,
I'd say top 5, sure.
Yeah, I think you could put it in the top 5.